Hi everyone, we've got some really exciting news at PA Forum this year. We've got an amazing partnership which we're going to be taking into 2024 with us, and I am absolutely delighted to be welcoming Rebecca Mander and Kate Clark of GuruYou, who are going to be taking us through an amazing cohort this year called Bounce Forward with PA Forum, and we are so excited to be able to take you on this journey. I thought we'll do 10 minutes where we could just interview some of the trainers that are going to be joining us, find out a little bit more about the content and how it could be really helpful for you this year. So, Rebecca, Kate, it's lovely to welcome you. Thank you so much for joining us today. I thought we'd just kick off with a little bit of background about you. So, Rebecca, I know you saw a lot of our members last year at conference and some of the sessions that you did with us around Coventry and Warwickshire, and also online as well. So tell us a little bit more about you and GuruYou.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Daniel, for asking us. It's so lovely to be here. So yeah, I think everybody knows about me. I don't want to keep going on about who I am. I spoke at conference, and there's only so much people can take. Um, but I'm an executive coach, working with many of your clients, actually, your members. Sorry, they're my clients, your members, such as Wesleyan, Jumar, Shoesmiths, and in 2024 Gowling. So that's just a smattering of some of my clients, and really enjoy supporting those leaders, those partners, and everyone throughout the organization, in many different ways. And very exciting news for me this year is that Wesleyan have been nominated and are finalists for Excellence in Training Award, and Excellence in Training Award for, I can't remember the name of the award ceremony down in London, but we're going down there on the 26th of April, which is really exciting, because of Bounce Forward, because of the Bounce Forward program. So that's my, that's I've been busy working on, and so it's very exciting to be talking to you about Bounce Forward today.
Amazing. Thank you, Rebecca, and congratulations to all the team at Wesleyan. If you're watching, thank you.
Yeah.
And just to introduce the wonderful Kate. Hi, Kate. It's nice to meet you. Tell us a little bit about you.
So hi everybody. So I'm Kate. I have worked with Rebecca with a number of different clients. So I'm really looking forward to getting stuck in here. My background is all corporate, so financial services, utilities. I did do a bit of tech, so that was quite exciting. I was telling Daniel earlier, that was the world of no people policies, no leave entitlements. Just do what you like, where you like, when you like. A very exciting environment to work in. And my background is all about people change. And since I've worked for myself and working with Rebecca, I'm all about high performance and getting people in the best possible space to do the best that they can do at work and have a really, really, really great home and work life balance, so that we bring our best self to work. So that's really my passion. I'm sure I'll bore you all at some point about flexible working and having a life. So
Yeah, that's great. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Rebecca. Really appreciate it. So we're going to jump straight in with the details of our Bounce Forward program. So just so some of you are aware, what we've decided to do this year is we are going to be taking a cohort of members on a journey with us through the Bounce Forward, just a taster of the Bounce Forward program. This is a more condensed version of the full program that Rebecca and her colleagues offer at GuruYou. And the whole reason for that is because we know that time is precious, but we want you to be able to get the very best out of that session. And so by creating a cohort together, we're hoping that we're going to be building a team of people that are just going to be absolutely fantastic contacts for you to be able to connect with, share your experiences with after the program. And that's something that's really exciting. And Rebecca, I think from a confidence point of view and for a networking and profile point of view, is that what you see coming out of the Bounce Forward program?
Yes, definitely. And I think if you can, if just before I go on to that, I'm going to ask Kate to comment on that. But could you give me sharing rights so that I can share the content, and everyone can see that, share the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kate and I both, we're very strong believers in coming out of our comfort zone, aren't we, Kate? We're quite often out. In fact, we get comfortable being out of our comfort zone.
Yeah. If you press share screen on the bottom, Rebecca, then you should be able to share
Yeah.
that, share your slides.
Thank you so much.
No worries.
So yeah, we're going to be looking at these 6 different areas, and Kate is going to be covering all of these areas. I'll be joining for a couple of them. So we're going to be starting off quite often. How do we expect to come out of our comfort zone and have confidence if we don't know how far we've come, if we don't reflect on how far we've come? So we're going to be covering that in session 1 and building our strengths awareness. We're so busy noticing all the things we're not doing well enough that our brains are actually becoming hardwired to notice that. So what we're going to be doing is giving you tools and techniques to balance your self-view, so you're self-aware more than self-critical. And then we're going to be setting some goals in session 2, some really quite big goals. We call them huge, unbelievably great goals. They're exciting goals. But we do that in a way that is not daunting. It's not scary. And we discuss what puts us off setting goals, that fear of failure, etc. So we're going to make those into nice bite-sized chunks. We've done that session actually at Coombe Abbey before. So if anyone's been there, you'll know a little bit about that. Then we're going to be looking at the voice within, you know, those voices, those taps on our shoulders that we're frightened of getting. You're not good enough. Did you know, really? Do we really want to hear from you in that meeting? No, I don't think so. All of those horrible voices stop us achieving our goals. And so we're going to be looking at how to shut up that voice and how to be, again, having a balanced view of self. One of the things that we tend to do, a lot of my clients who are in administrative roles come onto their meetings with their cameras switched off. They hide as much as they can. And so that is really not conducive to bouncing forward in your career. And many people want to do that. They work in, you are all counselors, you're the boss, you're HR, you're project manager, you're head of customer service. And so you have such a wealth of experience. There are many opportunities for you in businesses. But if you're not visible, then that's not going to happen. So we're going to be looking at visibility in a way that is true to you. So you don't need to be great big extroverts like us 3. You can. We do every type of visibility. We want to make sure that you feel comfortable and confident and being visible with your personal brand. What is your why? Looking at how you're putting yourself forward on LinkedIn and internally as well. Then how you bounce forward is really important. There's no use doing all of this. And as Kate was saying, that balance is so important. Your personal life, your human being behind the human doing is so important. And our resilience is higher when we look after ourselves. So in session 5, it's a lovely session to think about skills like mindfulness, the power of no, and getting time for yourself. So we look at that in session 5. And then in session 6, we celebrate how far you've come. We ask that you attend all 6 sessions so that you're really part of the group. And so we can all celebrate together in session 6. And we look at the choice that we have between victim or victor. And again, how to come out of our comfort zone more readily. So that's just the content. Kate, maybe you can explain why you think it's so important that everybody takes this time out for themselves to cover these areas.
Yeah, so we're all really good at saying I don't have time, don't have time to do that, and actually serving everyone around us, no matter whether that's family, work, team, dogs, cats. We do that, and actually taking the time out to really focus on yourself and what you really want out of your career and how you can make life that little bit more comfortable for you. Then we suddenly move into the echelons of high performance. And we know that high performance comes from being comfortable and knowing what you're working towards. And without spending the time on focusing on those two things and managing the resilience. And, we believe it's so selfish to take time out. I've got really good at saying, I'm going for a walk now because I need to go outside. That 10-minute walk makes me so much more productive. I'm so much more focused and so much more productive, but it feels really uncomfortable to do that. So learning how to do that, taking control and knowing that that will support you in the performance going forward, that's really important. And that's the kind of thing that this program will focus on, is getting you into a space where it doesn't feel selfish and you don't feel like you shouldn't, and you will value the time that you spend on this.
And we've got to just ask, because you mentioned the Institute of Leadership, Kate, I think
Mm.
before we came. Tell us that. So you work with the Institute of Leadership, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm a tutor for the Institute of Leadership. So I may have assessed some of your bosses and given them some difficult feedback. Um, so,
I love that. Yeah.
it might be me when they're tilting their heads, going, "Oh, I need to ask you about self."
Yeah. Oh no, and I think if, and obviously both of you, you're working with these companies like Jumar, like Gowling, like Shoesmiths, that have invested in their
Mm.
people.
Mhm.
And you may be, one of our members might be sitting here right now and thinking, right, first of all, how is this program going to benefit? How am I going to explain to my boss that this program is going to benefit the business? So what would you say to those people that are watching and saying, I want to get involved, but my boss is going to ask me, well, how is it going to add value to the business? And I think that's unfortunately the world that we live in sometimes, or it's the story that we create in our heads, that we're not going to ask because we know that the answer is going to be no, but we don't know unless we ask. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And I think I'd start that conversation with my boss by asking a question and saying, if you think about the people, the training development that your team have, what benefits does that bring to the organization? And then the boss will tell the person what that is, and just, and then it's, yeah, and I absolutely agree, and I'd like to be part of that. And I have a program that has been laid out. It's award-winning program that it costs thousands to go on, but I'm being given this opportunity to go and to have a taste of it.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely. And I think we spoke about a questionnaire, didn't we? Sending them out
yes,
to everybody in advance, and for that to be able to be measured at the end of the cohort, so people can see
exactly. So
how
there'll be
they've
a
evolved on
pre
their
and
journey.
post.
No, sorry, Becca. Yeah.
Sorry,
No, it's all
sorry,
right.
my internet went, and so I
Hmm.
couldn't hear you. So yeah, we'll be having a pre and post questionnaire. So your employers will be able to see the difference from perhaps in confidence or in focus, in career clarity. They'll be able to see the difference, a tangible difference, from the beginning of the program to the end of the program as well.
Amazing.
There'll be lots of tools and techniques that you'll be able to share with your teams.
Hmm.
So say, for example, you were doing goal setting, you'll be able to help your boss when they have their next feeling overwhelmed with a goal, and they're thinking, oh my God, how are we going to be able to, they might say to you in confidence, I've been asked to create X amount of turnover by 2026. How on earth am I going to do that? Well, let's sit down. Let's work it through with the hug. Getting my techniques mixed up here, but that is a really great. They would absolutely love you for that,
Yeah.
and you being able to build confidence in others by sharing tools and techniques that you've used on the program will also be very valuable to you. And I think it's not a question of why should you invest in me. I think it's more why should you not.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
What's
exactly.
stopping you from
And
investing in me?
I think that
yeah.
working with those businesses, are you seeing a shift change? I mean, if not just those businesses, because you work with a lot of businesses, but
Mm,
going in initially, it's a cultural change. I think sometimes PAs can be seen as part of a department, but
mhm.
then they organize all the amazing, wonderful things for that department, but then they don't necessarily enjoy the benefits. I've been to so many conferences where the PAs are sat outside the meeting room, still working, doing all the things that they need to do, and not necessarily in the room, making those contributions, giving their advice, giving their points of view. And that's, I feel, because of confidence sometimes, or because the leadership need to adjust their mindset to think it's equally valuable to have that person's point of view in the room as well.
Definitely. Oh, sorry, Kate. I didn't know. I was going to jump in there, but I thought you might want
No,
to
no.
say.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you're absolutely right, Rebecca. It's the question of why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you spend the time, to invest in yourself, so if you take the lessons from sport, right? You don't ever expect an athlete to say, oh, I don't have time to work on that little thing that's going to make the difference between whether I win a gold medal or not. You don't ever expect that. And yet in the workplace, we're really happy to go, oh, well, feels like I don't want to ask the question, or I don't have time. Those little things and those little differences we can make, and we can learn from the world of sport about how we work towards high performance and how we make our lives easier. Then why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you do those things that just knock a second off your time? Like, why wouldn't you? So that's
Those
the kind of thing that we'll
application
work on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we spoke about the opportunities. It's presenting and finding opportunities within business. Going through this program will give you the confidence and the tools that you need to go out there and identify those opportunities where you could really make an impact to the business that you work with, or perhaps going on to the next journey of your career, helping and supporting the next generation of assistants coming into the profession, having the confidence to share your experience with them as well. And for those of you who are just joining the profession, that being part of a cohort is even an amazing opportunity then to be able to get so much experience from all the other people that are on the call as well. So very exciting plans for 2024.
Yeah, that is true. And one of the biggest pieces of feedback we get, which is nothing to do with us, so we very we have to just, is that I realize I'm not the only one, and it's so lovely to learn other people's journeys, and there's lots of opportunities for that. And I think, back to the piece around sitting, not being involved, we will enable through the program to show our participants how to have those robust conversations, to recognize that your value is as valuable as the person you're talking to. You're not here, they're not here. It doesn't matter whether you're working in the post room and you're in the lift with the CEO. You are both bringing equal value to the business. I've often said to I work a lot in law, and I've often said, if 8 partners law firm, they would cope. It would be challenging, but they would cope. There would be senior associates that would be able to help, junior associates, other partners that would be able to help. If 8 PAs left a law firm, there would be hell to pay. It would all just it'd be a nightmare. So I think it's about being able to say, I value my what I bring, and I deserve, if you want it. Some people don't want it.
They don't. Yeah, that's fine.
That's absolutely fine. But if you are sitting outside that conference room and thinking, God, I'd really love to have some of that training on whatever it is, if it's relevant, then there's a place for you to be able to say, is it possible that I could be part of that? And we will help you have those robust conversations. And building that community support, that confidence will definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, I can guarantee it, that confidence will grow, and there'll be a lot of fun, because Kate's got such great energy, and she's so energetic and enthusiastic. It will be great fun as well. It's not a serious, right, listen to us.
Don't do serious.
It's really good
and
fun.
I think for those of you watching, we want you to be invested in this program. We're not recording it, so we want an open, honest opportunity for you to be able to talk and network with each other. So it's not going to be recorded, watch it back later. If you want to be part of the cohort, we want you to be able to book onto all the dates and attend all the dates, because this is for you, and this is an opportunity for you to grow if you want to, or to be able to refresh yourselves on those soft skills and that you might have felt, that you might have stumbled along the way, and we can help put you back on track again. Absolutely. So we're really looking forward to 24, ladies. Thank you so much. Really,
You're
really
so
excited.
welcome. You're
Good.
so welcome. And I think we're going to give a certificate, aren't we, to everybody who completes the program.
Yeah.
So something with CPD hours on there as well. So it's all very exciting. We're really looking forward to it. Thanks for your time, Dan. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. No worries. See you soon. Thanks, everyone.